We're making our way downtown. Oh.
You look so British right now. Is that like a cup of tea? He's his own thing.
He's from the
He's
Isle
from
of
the
Man,
Isle
Joey.
of Man.
You would go to heaven.
That was very good.
I think it's more like
That was like a take
Irish
4 on
British.
Uno. Like, wow. Alrighty. Happy Saturday. How is everyone feeling today? Great. Chilly. So, welcome to our Saturday morning yoga class. Today is a very special class because it is my 1 year exact on the mark anniversary of teaching yoga. Woo! Before I started teaching yoga, I said I was never going to teach yoga. This was not my jam. I was not cut for this. And after teaching the first class, here I am. So, today's theme of the class, I was actually telling Brooklyn earlier, when I think of how I got to where I am right now and of teaching yoga, it's because all the stars aligned. So I'm a firm believer that, the universe conspires in making these little things work. And I don't know if you guys know this, but allegedly today, all the planets are aligning. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool coincidence. I did not know that while I was planning class. I usually kind of have a theme in mind, and then I start writing down notes that I share with you guys. And then I realized this was the same day. So pretty cool on that. Now, for those of you who have never been to my class, my name is Andrea. I teach here at the Heights every Saturday. After class, I'll let you know other future upcoming classes. But a few things before we begin that I always repeat. Number 1, listen to your body. Only you know what's going on with your body. If something feels weird or icky, back out. And number 2, this space is your kind of like little sanctuary to flow and to connect with your breath, your body, and your mind. So if at any point I am cueing something in class that just does not vibe, feel free to just move at your own flow. Now, let's begin by laying down on our backs and just starting to settle into the moment.
We got Sam and Ryan with an eye present.
Settling into this Saturday morning. It was super cold. It's still super cold. Just kind of starting to tune in to your breath. No need of modifying anything. Just feel the natural rhythm. Feel your chest rise with your inhales. And feel that belly drop and your hips sinking down onto the mat with your exhales. So today marks a very special day. A day when I decided to step out of my comfort zone and try something for the very first time. And I think as adults, it becomes rare for us to experience things for the first time. Like, it feels like it could be a different location or with different people, but like really having that feeling of doing something for the very first time as an adult becomes very rare. And all the way of how I actually even got into teaching yoga, I feel that every step were stars aligning all through the way. It's like the universe was just conspiring to bring together what was meant to be. And having the planets align today in such a rare way is just like a demonstration that the universe is always moving, it's always shifting, but it's always creating like this perfect opportunity for something greater to happen. Now, one thing I am a firm believer of as well is the stars don't just align by chance. And they don't align exactly when we want them to align. They align when our purpose, our truth, our inner wisdom, and our soul are aligned.
Still waiting on that. Still waiting for my alignment.
Once we stop forcing or chasing and actually just surrender and trust, things slowly start to unfold. Think about right now in your life. What are some dreams or decisions or opportunity that you have where you could just trust the flow? How can you align yourself in body, mind, and spirit to allow that door to open? Just remember that when you are deeply connected to yourself and you're doing things out of love and passion with a pure heart, the universe will respond. Let's all take a deep inhale through our nose. Hold it at the top. Take a little sip of air again. Hold it. Exhale, release. Starting to bring back some awareness into our bodies. Wiggle those fingers and toes. Let's take hands overhead for a big, big stretch. Maybe even take a yawn.
Yawn.
Let's bring our knees to our chest and give them a big hug.
Abrazo.
Perhaps allowing our bodies to just gently rock side to side. Allowing our knees to fall all the way over to the right. Hands can come out to a T. Coming back through center and on to the other side. Tickling the person right next to you. Coming back through center. And grabbing a hold behind our knees and gently rocking front to back until we meet at a seated position. Connecting the soles of our feet together to form a little diamond or butterfly. Let's take a big inhale, opening up our arms towards the sky, and exhale, release. As we take another big inhale and exhale, falling forward. Connecting to that breath.
I get to feel how dry my fucking skin is. Ryan with an eye, what the hell's that? Get them knees down. What are you doing? What?
Leave Ryan alone.
You gotta yoga more. Oh.
Taking an inhale up. Let's warm up that neck and those shoulders. Bringing our head up and down. Over to one side. Or maybe all the way around.
I don't have long hair though. If I did, that's what I would do. I would just headbang all the time. I forgot my lip.
Coming to center, let's take that right hand
No.
above our head.
Helps
The
us
help of
bend.
our left, creating a little stretch on towards the left side of our mat. Releasing and on to the other side. Coming back through center, inhaling, twisting over to the right, and dropping those hands. Coming back through center and on to the other side. Coming back through center once more. Deep inhale. And as we exhale, creating that flat back, just falling forward. Allowing your chest and your heart to guide you down. There's no need to crunch down or force anything. Where you land is where you're supposed to be. As we come back up, let's make our way over to a tabletop.
A tabletop.
Ray's favorite, cats and cows.
Tabletop.
Here in tabletop, let's just start tuning into our body.
I'm
Just
tuned.
making any intuitive movement, any stretching, perhaps side to side, front to back. Maybe closing our eyes or just softening your gaze. And really listening to your body. And on your next exhale, let's move through some cats and cows together, really feeling how our spine moves.
Ow.
So as we inhale, we gaze up, belly drops. Exhale, push your hands like you're pushing the mat away as you curl that back. And flowing through some cats and cows to the rhythm of your breath, perhaps even adding like wave motions. And on your next exhale, meeting at a neutral tabletop, let's step that right foot to the right outside corner of our mat, setting up for a lizard pose. Or in Florida, it could be like frozen iguana pose with this weather. So that back leg, we can keep it down for extra support, or tucking our toes, stretching out our left leg into a lizard. Options always in lizard, we can rock front to back, or perhaps bring that right hand to our knee for a bit of a stretch, or come all the way down to forearms. Anything that feels right in your body. Just feeling that deep, deep stretch.
Huh.
If you're
Maybe I
down
could
on
do
your
something.
forearms, coming back on those palms, we're going to be rotating over towards the left side of our mat. So front leg stays bent,
I
back
hate
leg
this.
is extended for a skandasana. Hands can come at heart center. They could be down grounded at the mat for extra support. And breathe. With the help of those hands, let's walk them over towards our left foot as we bend that left knee, and sending out the right leg for a skandasana on the other side.
If I were to flatten my foot, I would not even be. Can't do it. This is probably my least favorite pose. Not cat cow. I've changed my answer.
Ooh! I love when Brett DJs because it's like, I don't even have to think about the music.
TJ and
Okay,
White
coming up to the front of our
White
mat,
and House.
back into our lizard. And let's bring that back foot right to the top of our mat for a malasana or yogi squat. Perhaps even using our elbows to create a little bit of extra tension. Or Jody was doing some little pulsing
Oh.
yogi squats. Man.
Oh no.
I don't know. I asked for some Bad Bunny, so it might catch us in a weird pose, and we'll just have to dance that one off too.
Bailamos.
Planting those palms back on our mat. Let's wiggle a little our left foot. We're gonna set up for lizard on the other side. Okay. So stepping back the right foot.
Ooh.
Again, all our options. We can drop that back knee for extra support. We can stay up here, come all the way down, play around with movement.
Psst. Your balls are showing. 10 points if you know what movie that's
Rotating over towards the right side of our mat, keeping that left leg bent, right leg extended out for a Skandasana. With the help of our hands, let's walk those hands over towards the right foot. We bend that right knee, left leg extends out. Walking those hands all the way back to the front of the mat and back into our yogi squat.
Oh, what the fuck?
I could have said hop, which, you know. Taking a few rounds of inhales and exhales. Really working those hips. Let's plant our hands at the top of the mat, stepping back into a high plank or dropping the knees for a supported plank. And very slowly lowering all the way down to our belly. Planting those forearms at the top of our mat. Let's take our right leg out, taking a bend to that knee for a half frog pose. So in half frog, we've got several options here. We can stay here with our little Sphinx hands, or we can walk those palms a little bit behind, feeling an extra stretch. Just being very gentle. Yeah, you see? Bad gut timing. Coming all the way down. Let's take that leg in. Left leg comes out. And same. We can stay our forearms or push all the way up. I was like, listen, Brad, Bad Bunny just came out with a new album, and like, don't shoot the messenger, it's his fault. Coming all the way down. Now this time we're gonna go into full frog. So really listen to your body. So we're gonna take both legs out, and then either staying down here, coming on our forearms, or slowly pushing all the way up.
This hurts the sides of my knees.
And coming all the way down. Let's bring those knees in. Windshield wiper a bit. Planting those palms, tucking our toes and pushing through into a downward facing dog.
Ooh.
Taking the moment to paddle
Arms are
or
already
walk that
tired.
dog. Making bends to opposite knees.
Ooh, shoulder day is making this tough, bro.
Gazing forward to the top of the mat and walking those feet all the way and falling forward.
A fold.
And very, very slowly rising up. Taking a few rounds of inhales and exhales. Like you listen to it. It could be the Latin in me. It's like, why am I moving? Taking a big inhale, opening up our arms, perhaps even taking a little back bend and falling forward. Lifting up halfway. And falling forward one more time. Taking a bend to those knees as much as needed so we can plant the palms of our hands on our mat and stepping or hopping back into a high plank or supported plank. Shifting our weight forward in our tippy toes, coming halfway down to our upward facing dog. And bringing our hips up towards the sky for a downward facing dog. Right leg rises up. Take a little bend to that knee, kind of opening up your hips over towards the right side of your mat. Maybe creating little circles in one direction, scorpion tail, and into the other. Planting that foot in between the palms of our hands, and very slowly rising up to a crescent. So it's saying that you need to live a summer in New York. Like you're not living a life if you don't go in summer to New York.
Dead ass B.
Opening up to a warrior two, facing the front of our mat. Reaching forward and reverse. Moving back through our warrior two. Taking a bend to both knees, opening up over towards the left into a goddess. Options in Goddess to just find some stillness or perhaps sway side to side, pulsing up and down. Anything that feels right in your body.
I feel like I should clean the house.
I feel I need a dance partner here, Brad. Woo! Sam's like, I'm too white for this, and I'm like, I'm too Latin for this. Stretching out those legs and hands all the way up towards the sky.
Because you're moving all
Becoming
around.
stars. Hinging from those hips and slowly falling forward. Lifting up halfway, creating that flat back. And falling forward one more time. As we slowly rise up, let's take a bend to that left knee. Right leg stretches out, opening up to a warrior two, facing the back of your mat. So you should be facing the street. Reaching forward and reverse. Moving back to that warrior two, facing the back of the mat. And into our goddess. Now let's bring that chest over to face the top of the mat, switching the position of our feet, grounding from our top foot, left leg slowly rises up for a warrior three. Hands can come at heart center, extend out, back, maybe even a bind behind your back. Finding that drishti, or that point on the floor that's not moving, where you can focus your gaze at. Connect to that breath and hold it. And unfortunately, Marcus is not here, but you owe him this one. So let's bring that left knee over behind the right for a little Shiva squat. Sending our leg back into warrior three. Drop both legs and fall forward.
Whoa.
Planting those palms at the top of the mat, stepping or hopping back into a high plank. Dropping those knees to the mat, moving our hips all the way back into a child's pose. Option in child's pose to bring those knees as far out wide as possible, and then with the help of your hands, dropping that chest. Reconnecting back to that breath.
Damn it, Bobby.
You did nothing. I am watching it. I think it was like the sun or something.
Fire.
You're on fire, Kelly. That's what's happening. And making our way to a downward facing dog. Gazing to the top of the mat. Let's bring our right leg all the way up, taking a little bend to that knee, opening up for scorpion tail. Perhaps making little circles in one direction. And onto the other. Planting that foot in between the palms of our hands and very slowly rising up. Can we sink a little bit lower into that crescent? Rising up, keeping that front leg bent, opening up for our warrior two, facing the top of our mats. Shifting forward and reverse. Coming back to that warrior two, facing the top of our mat. Bending both knees, bringing those hands out into a cactus, into our goddess. Extending knees and arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe. Huh? We are? Oh, I did do my left leg. I just cued you guys the right one. Cute.
Oh, Travis.
Alrighty, well, that's that. Hinging forward, falling forward.
I have thirst.
Lifting up halfway.
Come on, Ryan. Where are you looking, Ryan?
And falling.
Where are you looking, Ryan? Hi, cutie.
That's so funny. Let's bring that flow onto the other side. So let's bring those hands to the top of the mat. Let's bring that left foot in between our palms. Well, it's only fair if everyone else gets to fall forward the other way, right? Yeah. And lifting up.
Sam's like, why do I gotta look at Ryan's ass twice?
And Ryan gets 0 looks up? No, that's not fair.
Sam wants people to see his ass.
Opening up to that warrior 2 to the top of your mat. Shifting all the way forward and reverse. Coming through our warrior 2 and into that goddess. It's all right.
Is that how you do it? Is that it?
I do it better if you're standing right behind me.
Oh.
Extending hands up towards the sky and extending those knees. Taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, falling
for your
forward.
viewing pleasure.
Gotta get here early, Joey, to claim those mat spaces. Slowly as we rise up, let's take a bend to that right knee. Left leg extends out, hands come parallel, and we're facing our warrior to the back of our mat. Shifting forward and reverse. It's like the ocean with devotion. Back into our warrior 2. Flowing through a goddess pose. Let's shift the tip of our toes to face forward, grounding from that front leg. Back leg slowly lifts up for a warrior 3. Taking that right knee right behind left for a Shiva squat. And opening back up to a warrior 3. Planting right foot, hands fall down as you fall forward. Planting those palms on our mat and stepping or hopping back into a high plank or supported plank. Moving through a chaturanga, coming down halfway, bringing that chest through into our downward facing dog. Right leg rises up. Let's bring that foot to the outer right side of our mats. Left foot joins at the top into a malasana. So we're gonna move together into Bird of Paradise. So Bird of Paradise, the way I like to get into it is through malasana. I lift my hips up a little bit high. I grab, if we're gonna do it on the right side, I'll grab my right arm under my right leg. Back hand binds behind our backs. Now we can stay here, or we can start playing with a little bit of balance where we lift up, shift that weight of the left leg a little bit towards the center of your mat, focusing on a still point on the floor, slowly rising up.
I am here.
And from here,
Oh my God.
you can extend that leg out.
I don't know how we're gonna do on the right.
I love all the Bird of Paradise attempts.
No.
Yeah?
Take. This arm has to go under. Yep. Like this. Rotate.
I can't fucking twist it.
Yeah.
You're like, he's not made out of Play-Doh. There, and then, so it's easier when you're down here, because like, this
I
is the
can't grab
first
it on this
part.
side.
Okay.
And then shifting that foot into the middle
This is too.
will help this one.
Not far enough over.
Focus on something on the floor and stand up. And
Yeah,
then
I
maybe
can't get it
stretch
on the
that
right
leg
side.
out.
I
There
can
we
on the left.
go. Now we gotta try it on the other side, so same math. From our malasana. Ricky's like, this is too much for me. Let's take that left hand under, right binds behind her back, shifting that right foot to the middle of the mat, slowly rising up.
After dislocating my
Perhaps
shoulder
taking
a
a
little
little extension out.
bit. I already did the left side. Ah. Woo, hace calor. Ooh.
It got heated up real fast. All right. Let's come all the way down on our mats, setting up for a pigeon. So take a bend to that right leg,
Right leg.
left leg. This is Sam's favorite bird. Left leg is extended out. Hands can stay up here or coming all the way down. Does my what? Like inwards, outwards, is that what you mean? Ideally, your foot is out flat. Yep, just like that. But honestly, everybody's body is different. So let's flip over onto the other side. So it's like My hips on one side will allow me to go way deeper than on the other. Huh? So yeah, you're supposed to have like back leg in line. This should be in line here. But alignment is kind of a tricky one when it's honestly what feels right in your body. So like the further out your foot is, the deeper the stretch will be. The further in it is. Allie, don't go yet. I got something for you. Okay. Taking a deep inhale and releasing down. Coming back up and finding our way back on our backs. Taking a bend to those knees and bringing them back towards our chest. Giving those legs and knees a big hug. We've kind of overworked our legs today, but my friend Virginia here, she's got her back. She's gonna make her legs feel better. Does that actually create like a deeper stretch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You can tell how bad someone is by the severity of the movement.
Let's stretch out those legs and our arms above our head. So planting those legs back down on our mats. Let's walk our feet onto the right side of our mat. And let's bring those hands also over towards the right side.
Banana.
Creating a banana shape. And moving our banana onto the other side. It is called banana. I don't make this up.
She's lying.
Frozen lizard, that was me. If anyone else says that in class, you say, you stole it.
The original.
Coming back through center and making any final pose or movement that your body is asking for. Or perhaps no movement at all.
None.
And as we start setting up for our Shavasana, I will be playing the bowls. I'm going to be walking around with some lavender essential oil to place in the palm of your hands. Once I do, rub these palms together, create a little cup over your nose. If you wish to be skipped, Then place one or both palms on your belly and I will skip you. ¿Quieres aceite? Alrighty, can we kill the music? Taking a few rounds of inhales and exhales. As we settle in. Allowing your breath to slow down. Slowly starting to bring back awareness into your body. Wiggling those fingers and toes. Bringing hands overhead for a big stretch. Bringing knees to chest. And slowly rocking over to the right side of your mat. Perhaps creating a little cushion with your palms. And very, very slowly moving back up to a seated position. We lost some people on the way. Taking one last big collective inhale all together. Exhale, bringing hands down to heart center. Oh, shit is real. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful Saturday. Hello from my heart to yours. Namaste.
Namaste. Lit.
Listen, Ray and I were trying to do that yesterday, and like my fingers do not coordinate. I'm millennial. That's how we keeping. So before we roll up our mats,